Hello everybody, it's Jen Arkfeld and I'm back today with a Manic Monday card for you. So we're going to create a card real quick, hopefully. In fact, I already had this. We're doing a craft stash dash today. Let's do that. I've got some scraps that I have laying around. In fact, I'm going to use my base of the card. I have a sentiment stamped on it that I'm not going to end up using. So instead of it sitting in my craft stash forever, we're going to dash it. We're going to get it out of here. So I also have this piece of Whisper White cardstock that I have embossed with our new Arrows embossing folder that is in the spring catalog, the occasions catalog, and I'm going to take a 1-inch punch and round these corners simply by inserting this into the back. And what that does, it just gives me a little bit of a wider or deeper rounded corner there. And I tend to like that a little bit better. So I'm going to also take this card that I'm not going to use, and we're going to cover up that sentiment so that I can use the card. So all I'm going to do is take some Stampin' Dimensionals to the back of this. Oops, holy smokes. Okay, it's going to stay there. I'm going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals to the back here, and yes, I use quite a few. I like my Stampin' Dimensionals. And let's do one there. I know, this is going to be the most time-consuming part here. Okay, so we're going to use some brighter colors today. Maybe I mentioned this last week even. I'm tired of the cold. It was 17 below wind chill here this morning. Our kids had a 2-hour late start. And you know what? That makes it a Manic Monday at my house. Okay, so we've got that. I have these little strips from a previous project that I want to use up. And what I'm going to do here, these actually happen to fit just right in this Celebration banner punch. So I'm going to create these as flags, or turn these into flags, simply by putting this in the back of the punch. And can you see that? It created then a flag shape. And, oops. Basically, all you need is your paper to be slightly smaller than, I want this side, slightly narrower, maybe that's a better word, narrower than the punches so that you can get it to go in the back. And I do need one more in this style, so that punch is about 1.5 inches, or about a, well, I'm going to say it's about 5/8 of an inch wide. So if I use mine, this is probably not at all possible for you to see. I'm going to go to the 1/2 inch mark and then that next little itty bitty tiny mark over. So, which is like a 1/16 of an inch. So this is a 1/2 inch plus one little itty bitty tiny mark. And that should hopefully work in the punch. Okay, so let's try this. It should go. Looks like it. Okay. Perfect. So I'm going to do that. Okay, these are a little bit long, so I'm going to randomly, oh, this one's already shorter. Okay, I'm going to hack these off a little bit. Give them a good snip. And now they should, yep. Before they were a little too long for this front panel, but now they're all at different lengths, and I kind of like that. Okay, so now I just need to glue those down. And because this is a raised panel, I do like to use the Tombow glue for that. That way, glue sticks to something, and the Tombow will ensure that it doesn't become unstuck. Alright, so I'm going to set this one over here. And I try not to put too much glue at the bottom of these because I'm hoping in the end I can lift that just a little bit to give it some dimension at the end. Oh, that's looking good. There we go. I also like the Tombow just because I can slide things around a little bit longer and they're not stuck. Okay. This looks like it needs a little glue under here though. Ooh, I just did that lefty. Okay, now, you know what, I'm also going to use the tag topper punch. And I do have a 2-inch strip of white cardstock here. So I'm going to set that aside. And our new scallop tag topper punch I happen to love. So I'm going to slide that in there and give it a punch. I love this. I wish I would have had this at Christmas time. I would have had 100,000 tags done. Okay, so now I've got some twine from the Celebration pack. I can't remember the name of it though, so beats me, but you get 3 spools of twine, of colored twine. This one is Coastal Cabana. And you also get a sheet of cork embellishments that are pretty fun. Okay, I cut this plenty long, but that's okay. So I have that. All right, now we need to stamp something on that, don't we? So I'm going to use some Coastal Cabana, if I can find it. Okay, Coastal Cabana ink. And I'm going to use the largest splatters from Gorgeous Grunge, one of my absolute favorite stamp sets. I'm going to stamp that off and then come in and stamp it on here and repeat that down in this other corner. Ooh, I need more. There, I'll just go back over the top. It's grungy, it's supposed to be, right? Okay, so then let's grab some real red ink and we'll turn this into a birthday card. And I'll use the See You Later set from Celebration also, and the birthday sentiment. And we're going to just go straight in red. Okay, looks awesome. All right. And then, you know what? I can be done because I can just throw this on with some pop dots or Stampin' Dimensionals. I don't need to use as many as I did before. Just use a couple here. And that makes for a nice quick card. And I got some of the stuff out of my craft stash, which makes me super, super happy. Look at that. There we go. I really like this card. You know what, I could jazz it up a little more with some gems if I wanted to, and once this Tombow is dry, I can pop these flags up a little bit and give that some perk. So there we have it, a really easy card, and it didn't take too long. So I hope you enjoyed it, and can't wait to see you next week for Manic Monday. Thanks everyone, bye-bye.